Alright, this video is on multiplying mixed numbers. So it's very similar to we were multiplying fractions before. The only step you need to remember is that you need to turn any of these mixed numbers into improper fractions, okay? So remember, we're multiplying numerators and denominators when we're multiplying, and where does that whole number go into play? Because it's not a numerator or denominator, so it needs to be factored in. So our most important step is make mixed numbers, I'm going to abbreviate it MN, mixed numbers, improper fractions. And this is going to be true when we're doing division as well, okay? So anytime you see multiplication and division, make sure any mixed numbers get turned into improper fractions. So 1 and 4/9, that 1 is 9/9. It's 9/9 plus the 4/9 we already had. So that's 13/9 altogether, okay? So this one's 13/9 times 3/10. And at this point, it's exactly the same as we were doing before. You're just looking to see if you can simplify anything. I see 3 and 9 are both divisible by 3. And then you go ahead and you do your multiplication and you get your answer. So our answer for this one is 13/30. So just remember, when we're dealing with mixed numbers, when it's multiplying and dividing, they have to become improper fractions. Adding and subtracting, you can also make them improper, so it doesn't hurt to, if you're not sure what to do, make them improper. Because if you leave them mixed numbers for multiplying and dividing, you will get it wrong. So if anything, just make them improper no matter what if you're not sure what to do. So go ahead and try this one on your own and then hit play to see if your answer is correct. So our first step, we need to turn 3 and 5/6 into an improper fraction. So 3 you do times 6 is 18/6. Just do this off to the side somewhere. Plus the 5/6 we already had is 23/6. Okay, so we have 23/6 times 8, but remember 8, any whole number we write over 1. Alright, so I'm going to do some simplifying, divide these both by 2. Then I'm simplified, so 4 times 23, so we can do that off to the side. Get our 92 over 3. You can leave it like that, or if you want to turn it into a mixed number, you can. Remember, you would just divide 92 by 3. See that you have 2 as a remainder. And it becomes 2/3. Okay, so 92 over 3 or 30 and 2/3. Either of these answers is fine. All right, again, pause it and then hit play to check your work. All right, 3 and 1/5, that's 16/5. Times 1 and 3/7, that's 10/7. Do some simplifying. The 5 goes into 10 2 times. Do our multiplication, we get 32/7. If you want to turn that into a mixed number, be 4 and 4/7. So either of these answers is correct. Again, pause to practice it, then hit play to check your work. So this one would be 37/7 times 59/5. Make sure you got those correct fractions, because if you didn't, that's going to mess you up. Now, you're looking at this one and you're trying to rack your brain. 5 isn't going to either of these numbers because it doesn't end in 5 or 0. You test 7. 7 doesn't go into either of them either. So this is as simplified as it's going to get. Okay, so we're going to do some pretty big multiplication. That's 35, but then I need to do 59 times 37. I'm going to do it up here. Now, it may seem annoying, but what's nice is, because you tried to simplify it ahead of time, and you knew now you can't simplify it, you know this final answer is simplified. Writing that backwards. But you know that this answer is a simplified answer. You don't have to worry about looking for something that goes into 2,183 and 35. That's it, okay? You can turn it into a mixed number if you want. At this point, I'm not going to, because this answer is good. You might as well leave it. It's less work to do, okay? So the really nice thing about looking to see if you can simplify over here ahead of time, if you double, triple check that there's nothing you can simplify, then that tells you whatever you get as your answer is also simplified and you don't have to worry about it. All right, this one. So if you think you can do this, go ahead and pause and try it on your own. If you want some guidance, just watch me do it. So, same thing we've been doing, it's just anytime there's a mixed number, I need to turn it into an improper fraction. So first I have to do that for all of them. This one's just a normal fraction, so I'll just leave it. And now, it's the exact same thing we were doing last time when we had 3. You can just look to see if there's anything you can simplify. We got 8 and 16 over there, and that's about it, right? 17 doesn't go into anything, nothing else I can do. So now I can multiply 2 times 17, 34. 7 times 5 is 35. 34 35ths is my final answer. All right, word problem. So we're looking for the perimeter and the area of this rectangle. If you think you can do it, go ahead and pause it and you can check your work. If you need some guidance, go through it with me. So let's start with the area. The area is the easier one. So area is multiplying the base times the height, the two numbers together. So we got 2 3/4 times 9/10. So I need to make 2 3/4 into an improper fraction. So that's 11/4 times 9/10. I look to see if there's anything I can simplify. There's not. So I multiply it together and I get 99 over 40. Now this is one example where you probably want to make it a mixed number. So if I say 99/40th, let's say centimeters, let's say these were centimeters. That's a weird way to say that, okay? So 40 goes in twice with 19/40 left over. So now you can say it's 2 and 19/40 square centimeters. Remember, area is the area inside, it's two-dimensional. So there's always a little 2 by the unit because it's two-dimensional. So that's the area. Perimeter, you're adding up the 4 sides, okay? So you're doing 9/10 plus 9/10 plus 2 3/4 plus 2 3/4. So I'm going to add the two common ones together first. We get 18/10 plus 4 6/4. And then I need a common denominator. So common denominator is going to be 20. So if I multiply this by 2, I get 36/20 plus 4, and this needs to multiply by 5, 30/20. So altogether I have 4 66/20. Again, a really weird way to say that, so we gotta pull out some 20ths. So there's 3 20ths within that right there. So 4, if I pull out 3, is now 7. And then there's 16/20 left over. Sorry, 6/20 left over. 7 and 6/20. I can simplify that by dividing by 2. So we get 7 3/10 centimeters is the perimeter of that rectangle. And remember, perimeter is how far it is around the outside of it. So the perimeter is the red part, the area is the blue part.